The tech world is buzzing with rumors about DJI's next pocket gimbal camera, and if the leaks are true, it's shaping up to be a serious upgrade. On paper, it seems very similar to the Action 6, and yes, that sounds impressive. But the reality of fitting all that power into a tiny gimbal-mounted camera is a completely different story. Pocket cameras are already tightly packed machines. There's hardly any room to spare. Think about it. Gimbal motors, the main camera sensor, battery, cooling system, touchscreen, and now whispers about a second camera. Every single component has to fit perfectly inside that slim, wand-shaped body. Space is limited, airflow is minimal, and every little design choice can create ripple effects throughout the system. That's why rumors about moving aperture blades or bigger sensors sound exciting. But the real challenge lies in engineering them to work reliably without overheating or compromising stability. Let's start with the sensor and aperture talk, which has been causing a lot of debates online. The main sensor is rumored to be either a 1-inch or 1/1.1-inch type, and honestly, the difference is almost negligible. People love to argue about it, but these sizes are basically twins. The real impact comes from how DJI engineers decide to tune the sensor. They can push for higher resolution, which might allow 6K or even 8K video, or they could prioritize bigger pixels for cleaner low-light performance. Another possibility is a 1-to-1 square sensor layout, designed for creators who switch between horizontal and vertical content without losing quality. So, even with the same sensor size, the camera's personality can change drastically depending on what the engineers emphasize. Now, onto one of the most talked about features: 6K video at 30 frames per second. Many are asking why the Action 6 didn't offer it, but it's not as simple as just the sensor size. Tiny gimbal cameras face real physical limitations. Heat buildup, stabilization requirements, processor workload, and battery consumption all dictate what features can actually be delivered. Even if the sensor can technically do 6K, squeezing that into a small, handheld gimbal body is a major challenge. High frame rate video is another hot topic. Rumors suggest 4K at 120 frames per second, and occasionally, leaks hint at 4K at 240 frames per second in special modes. That's incredible on paper, but gimbal cameras are fighting physics in ways action cams never do. The harder you push the sensor, the more heat is generated, and the tighter the thermal management constraints become. Engineers have to carefully balance performance with safety and longevity. Another design complexity is the possibility of a second camera. Adding it would further squeeze internal space and make airflow and heat dissipation even trickier. The chain reaction of small changes, like aperture size, sensor tuning, and cooling adjustments, can dramatically impact performance. Everything inside is interconnected, so one tweak can have consequences elsewhere. Timing is also an important factor. The rumored launch date is December 18, 2025, which seems very strategic. DJI appears to be aiming to release the camera before the US FCC ban window closes on December 23. Missing that deadline could create complications with imports, so the timing might not just be a coincidence. Overall, the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 looks incredibly promising. It's small but packed with technology, balancing sensor performance, stabilization, cooling, and high frame rate recording. While the rumors make it sound like a powerhouse, the real-world execution is what will determine if it lives up to the hype. For a full picture, you can check out all the previous deep dives and updates on Technify. That's a wrap on everything we know so far about the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. From high-resolution sensors to advanced stabilization and potential high frame rate video modes, this tiny gimbal camera packs an impressive punch. But as we've discussed, the challenge lies in fitting all that tech into a compact body while managing heat, battery, and mechanical limits. Even small design choices can have big consequences, which makes this upcoming release one of the most intriguing in DJI's lineup. For creators, tech enthusiasts, or anyone who loves compact, versatile cameras, the Pocket 4 promises exciting possibilities. It's amazing to see how much technology can fit into such a small device, and the potential for creative workflows is enormous. Make sure you stay tuned to Technify for all the updates, leaks, and hands-on coverage as soon as this camera hits the market. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more exciting tech breakdowns. Peace.